Hi, this is David Gawley from Pentagon Solutions, and we're going to take a look at Autodesk Revit Architecture 2012, creating a very simple wall-based family. This is a perfect tutorial if you're totally new to families and want to know how to create one. I'm in an existing project. It's blank. It only has some of the system families such as walls and stairs and slabs. What I'm going to do is create a new family. So we go to new family and we have some perfect templates in here to create a family on. If you're new to families, you can read through these and it will give you a good indication, like generic model families, ceiling based, floor based, etc. in there, parking, plumbing. You've got a wide variety listed. I want to create a sweep along the wall. I want to create a bit of coping or cap, as I would call it, along the top of a brick wall. So I'm going to use a simple metric profile. So we can open it up. We've got some reference lines in here, and I'm simply going to sketch the details. I'm not going to put any dimensions in. I'm just going to create a simple family. So I can do this with my lines, and from my center point I can actually decide what my lines are going to be, and I'm going to look at a simple cap detail. Might offset it slightly here. Of course, the power of Revit, we can change this data, and after we can actually select it and change the dimensions in there. So say I could make that 330, etc. And we can tweak these numerical values down very easily. But just to demonstrate, hopefully you'll know about this in Revit. I'm more demonstrating how to actually create the family itself. So once you've actually created the shape geometry, you would save this as a family. Now, a point to note here, you would save it to a logical location, i.e. in your existing current family libraries. But if you're sharing with other users, you'd want to use this and put it on the server. If you're using the likes of AEC Vault collaboration, you want to put it in the secure area. I'm going to put it just on my desktop, just for tutorial purposes. And we have a very handy button here called Load in the Project. So we simply hit Load in the Project, and it will load it actively into the project. So I can bring in a wall style now. Now, wall style is a system family, i.e. it's contained within the drawing, and if you want to edit it, you edit within the drawing. I'm simply going to add in a 215 brick wall. I'm just going to change the top constraint to that. I'm going to make it up to level 1, and we're just going to do this by looking at it in a 3D view. If I want to add my wall sweep to this, so I've created my profile, I've loaded it into this particular Revit file. Good practice is that you would edit the wall type and you would make a duplicate of it, because you don't want to edit the existing wall, and you would give it a logical naming like external brick wall capping, or with wall capping, and hit OK. So we've created a duplicate off in the fly. Now that is a system family, i.e. it's contained within the file or the template, and we can actually preview the data. You can see this, we've got a preview button down here at the bottom, but what I want to do is do an edit on the actual structure. So when we do an edit, we can see that this various sweeps and reveals are come into appearance for us. Now, if they're not there, the chances are you're on floor plan, so it means they're actually hidden out. So that's important. That's the floor plan view of the actual wall, but this is the section view. As soon as we go to section view, you see that sweeps and reveals will come into play. And with the sweeps, we simply add the profile in. Now, if I hadn't loaded it within the file itself, I could go to load profile, but I have loaded it in. It's contained, so if I simply hit add, you'll see that I have my profile, and I can scroll down all my existing profiles, my fascia, etc. is contained in here, but I'll see at the very bottom my wall cap. We can tell it what type of material it is, so I could scroll down and say, well, look, I want to use masonry, I want to use sand, screed, or something like that. So we've got all various different options that we can actually use for that. So let's take this up to cement. Say cement in there, or concrete in situ. We could use something like that, or sand, cement, screed. That would probably be more appropriate. And where's it from? Well, it's not the base, it's at the top. Where do you see, if I actually hit apply now, you'll get to see it come into play. We can do things like flip, which will flip it on the opposite side, which we don't want to do. We can offset it, etc. We can say whether we're working to exterior or interior. You would have to work out your dimensions obviously in there. And again, we can change our various offset distance in here, so we can actually type in various numerical values to actually get this into play. So I'm just going to tweak that down to the value that I want. If I put it in more accurately, would have brought that in. We can tell it as well, does it cut, you know, if there are any doors or windows etc. put in there, does it obey the cut? Well, I'm going to hit OK, and I'm simply going to hit OK and OK, and you'll see that our cap comes into place. So that's editing a very simple wall. What we've done is we've created a new family, a new simple profile based family. We've edited and duplicated the wall out, and we've applied it as a sweep along the top. I'm David Colley, thanks for